presentation of Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are Ron Regan.
It's time for Dodger Baseball. Live from Dodger Stadium, Prime Ticket presents the Dodgers as they take on the Atlanta Braves. Hi, everybody, and a very pleasant Monday evening to you, wherever you may be. Dodgers and Braves opening up a 4-game series. Dodgers still a little bit high on that victory yesterday, 2-1, ninth inning, as you remember, and now concentrating on the Braves, who beat the Dodgers 5 out of 8 times last year. Right-hander Tim Hudson on the mound. He is 6-2 lifetime against the Dodgers, and left-hander Ted Lilly will be on the mound for the Dodgers. He is 4-2 lifetime against Atlanta, but those 4 victories are all in a row. So the Dodgers and Braves, first of 4 coming up after this.
There's a good look at Jerry Sands, called up from AAA, will make his major league debut starting in left field for the Dodgers, and can only hope that his career starts off the way that two of the best young outfielders in baseball that are here today, and Jason Hayward, who launched 6 home runs in April of last year. Matt Kemp, Steve, had 3 home runs in his first 7 days in Major League Baseball. It's going to be fun to watch these guys play.
Yeah, and Sands is a guy that, there wasn't a lot of hype around him, and he had such a tough day getting here that he might be his head spinning he'll just go out and play well. He didn't have time to get nervous, but those other guys you're talking about, Matt Kemp, obviously leading the National League in hitting right now, off to a fantastic start. And Jason Hayward, just 21 years old. He's going to go through his struggles. Got 4 home runs already, but he's such a big presence. Both of these guys are fabulous athletes, big guys that can control their body and can do a bunch of different things out there on the baseball field. And I think we're seeing a new wave of young, great players that are coming into the game now that we can watch for years to come. Guys like Cargo in Colorado and Mike Stanton down in Florida, a lot of good outfielders.
All right, so 2 guys that are going to be around for a long time, perhaps an MVP candidate, and Matt Kemp, and who knows what Jason Hayward is going to do. So continue to watch, enjoy, sit back, and watch.
Dodger Baseball on Prime Ticket is brought to you by Hyundai. If you're looking to get more out of a new car, don't just go to an event. Join the movement at your local area Hyundai dealer. By Shakey's, win a pizza party for 10. Go to Shakey's.com. By CarMax. Now more than ever, the smart choice is CarMax. And by AT&T. Hi, everybody, and a very pleasant Monday evening to you, wherever you may be. A kind of cloudy, gray, overcast, dingy, and dull. However, that's up above. Down on the field, it'll be the Dodgers and the Braves rolling around Dodger Stadium, and the prospects of a good ball game. For the Braves coming in here, we'll take a look at their lineup. And it starts off with Martin Prado in left field, Jason Hayward in right, Chipper Jones. It wouldn't be the Braves without Chipper. He's at third. Brian McCann behind the plate. Dan Uggla at second base. Freddie Freeman at first. Alex Gonzalez, the shortstop. Nate McLouth in center field. And the right-hander, Tim Hudson, on the mound. On the mound for the Dodgers, Ted Lilly, who was born in Lomita, makes his home in Fresno. Went to school at Fresno, where he was drafted by the Dodgers back in 1996. Started his playing career 10 years old here in Torrance in the Little League and didn't really start pitching until he was 12. Well, he's now 35. Last time out, beaten by the Giants against Atlanta 4-2. However, he's 4-0 in his last couple of starts against the Braves. Last year in August, he had a great stretch. He went 5-0 with an earned run average of 1.8, and the opponents hit just 160 against him. Meanwhile, the story here in town is the new kid on the block, and that would be Jerry Sands, coming out of Catawba College in North Carolina, and he makes his major league debut tonight as he tries to loosen up and shake the butterflies. He's in left field, the one new face, and of course he's got all kinds of minor league credentials, but the big feeling is, boy, did he come up in a hurry. Are the Dodgers rushing him? Is it just going to be an experiment? Well, we'll wait and see, but it's a rather interesting note this early in the year. Martin Prado will check it up. Rarely swings at the first pitch, and Lilly starts him with a strike 0-1, which is what I think most pitchers do. They know about Martin. He rarely swings and misses, a very low percentage, so he's a contact hitter. And the strike one pitch taken down and away, 1 ball and 1 strike. Interesting about his numbers, at least this time in the year, Martin, when the pitcher is ahead in the count, is hitting .323. He's from Maracay in Venezuela, and the 1-1 pitch swung on, popped foul off first base. Loney over to take a look, but it's back in the crowd. The temperature tonight, 62 degrees. It was 77 Sunday afternoon. Though it's a change in the weather, but it's still very comfortable here in the ballpark. No breeze really to talk about. So Prado, Haywood, and Jones in that order. Ted works from the third base side of the rubber, and the veteran left-hander ready in his 1-2 pitch, high and inside, 2-2. For the Braves, they have an interesting stretch. They have not lost a season series to the Dodgers in 8 years. They're 31-22 over that stretch. The last time they lost to the Dodgers was 2002. Breaking ball is swung on, and this looked like a high slider, and down goes Prado. So 1 away in the first inning, and the pitch just seemed to dip at the last minute. So Prado strikes out, and now Jason Hayward coming up. Hayward is the boy in his first at-bat last year as a rookie, opening day, hit a home run. And then this year, in his first at-bat, opening day, he hit a home run. Big left-hand batter. The strike one pitch, a towering pop fly, back of first, down the line. Loney along with Ethier, who has the best shot at it, and Ethier makes the catch for the out. So that was up in that Brillo sky, and Ethier had it all the way.
Third baseman, number 10.
That will bring up Chipper Jones, the veteran. Chipper hitting .321, and as usual, Chipper Jones is always an MVP, and you give him just one sentence. This year so far, he is hitting .636 with men in scoring position, which of course brings up the point, the difference between the Braves and Dodgers in that department. Chipper swings, fouls it away. The Braves, with runners in scoring position, are hitting .330. The Dodgers, with running in scoring position, with the exception of Kemp and Ethier, .182. So Chipper, switch hitter, batting right-handed. Ted ready and deals. Fastball foul back, and the count 0-2. Jones pretty consistent. Came in hitting .368 right-handed, .294 left-handed. He's had a home run from either side of the plate. Against Jones, 3 for 10 in the past. And the strike two pitch, a slow breaking ball, low, 1-2 the count. So Ted Lilly with a record of 0-2. So far in close study, he's pitched exceptionally well the first 4 innings of his games. Curveball is hit slowly to the right side. Aaron Miles takes care of Chipper Jones, and down go the Braves, 1-2-3. And at the end of half an inning, as Ted Lilly walks off, no score. dispose of the Braves. Now in the bottom of the first inning with Tim Hudson leaning up. Here's the Dodger lineup. Aaron Miles at second, Casey Blake at third. Then you have Ethier, Kemp, Uribe is shortstop tonight. James Loney at first, Jerry Sands, the rookie in left field, Rod Barajas, and Ted Lilly. On the mound for the Braves, Tim Hudson. He is 6'1" and maybe 170 to 180, somewhere in there, out of Auburn University. He was born in Columbus, Georgia, lives in Auburn, Alabama. He is the fourth pitcher of the last 5 starters that we have seen who has had Tommy John surgery. Hudson had his in 2008. He was a standout center fielder. However, a lot of scouts thought he was too slim, too skinny to hold up. Well, he won 17 last year. And the first pitch to Aaron Miles, in for a strike, and the count 0-1. Hudson, way back with the A's in 2000, was a 20-game winner. The strike one pitch on the way. Tim deals, ground ball to the hole, through into left field. So Aaron Miles opens up the ball game, goes the other way, singles to left, and the batter will be Casey Blake. Interesting to look at Tim Hudson's career. He comes into the game so close to the numbers of Sandy Koufax. In his career, Hudson 167-88, Koufax 165-87. They have the identical win and loss percentage, 655. Sandy just maybe 15 more innings in his career. Hudson set, looks over at first, ready to come back to the plate, and Casey Blake has a look and it's low, ball one. Hudson over the long career, 23 complete games. Koufax 137. And shutouts, Tim has had 11 and Koufax 40. So 1-0 the count to Casey Blake. Hudson looks over at Miles over his left shoulder and decides to go over there. Aaron back in head first. Tim Hudson, who grew up right on the Alabama-Georgia state line. He was an All-American at Auburn, and as we said, in high school, he was a standout center fielder. Got to pitching because, quote, we didn't have anybody else in high school. The 1-0 pitch on the way, foul back, good fastball, and the count 1-1. So Tim Hudson trying to pick up a victory, working on Casey Blake. Casey hitting .269. And going over the work of Hudson against some of the Dodger hitters, Blake is 0 for 10 against him. Tim set at the belt, looks over at Miles, still looking, now to the plate, and a check swing on a pitch off the plate, no swing, 2 balls and 1 strike. Tim's wife's name is Kim. He has a daughter, Kennedy Rose. In 04, he had a new tattoo in the inside of his left forearm, a tribal print wrapped around a symbol representing the zodiac sign of his daughter, Kennedy Rose. She is a Leo. Here's the 2-1 pitch on the way, is another throw to first base. He has another tattoo on his right forearm close to the wrist for daughter Tess, who is a Taurus. Tim looks in, getting a sign. Again, a quick look over at Miles. The 2-1 pitch to Casey Blake. A look at Miles, he's not going. Blake takes a strike at the knees, and the count 2-2. For Tim Hudson, let's say he was not academically inclined, but he was very, very fortunate because his wife-to-be, Kim, was assigned to be his tutor in history and math. They wound up getting married with a fine family. 2-2 the count. Blake waits, Miles off the bag at first, no score, and the pitch down and away. Ball 3. 3-2. Hudson working very carefully. He has Andre Ethier waiting on deck. And as they used to say, Ethier on deck. Matt Kemp in the hold. Runner going on ball 4. So Miles singles, Blake walks, and the Dodgers certainly in business. They have a runner at first and second, nobody out, and Andre Ethier with a 14-game hitting streak coming up. Freddie Gonzalez, the pride of Havana, Cuba, a very popular guy. His first season as a Brave, and that's a tough seat to sit in, one that had been occupied by Bobby Cox for the last 21 seasons. Of course, Freddie at one time coached for Bobby, so they knew they were moving one good man out and one good man in. 2 on, nobody out. Ethier with a 14-game hitting streak, hitting .377. Hudson deals, and it's hit the air to left field. Right there is Prado. Martin makes the catch, and the runners hold. So 1 away, runners at first and second, and Matt Kemp blowing bubble gum, ready to come up to the plate. Yesterday he did more than blow bubble gum as he took a fastball for a 2-run home run over the center field fence, and the Dodgers turned it around to win 2-1. By the way, Matt Kemp leads all of baseball in batting average on balls put in play, and he brings up a .474 batting average. So Matt Kemp with 2 on and 1 out, and of course Matt has been a tower of strength in RBIs with men on. Here comes Hudson, a look back at second. Tim deals, fastball shot up the middle, base hit. Charging it is McLeod. Here comes Miles, and the throw not in time. Kemp has done it again. A line drive base hit to put the Dodgers out in front. Stopping at second was Blake. So for Matt Kemp, who continues to contribute, he has 13 runs batted in as he sends Miles home. So the Dodgers take a 1-0 lead, and with 1 out, Juan Uribe coming up. No Dodger since 1958 has gotten off to a start like Matt Kemp. Nobody. Matt with a base hit, so he moves his average up over .474. 2 on, 1 out. The pitch to Uribe is taken for a strike. Paul LaDuca had a great start, .466. Mike Scioscia way back, .463. Eric Karros the same. And in 1977, Ron Cey in the first 16 games hit .458. So no one has had the start like Matt Kemp. Strike 1 pitch on the way. Same spot, same pitch, same call. No balls and 2 strikes. Uribe hitting .154. So Hudson gave a ground single to left to Miles. He walked Blake. Ethier a fly ball, and then Kemp a shot up the middle for a run. And the strike 2 pitch on the way. And that's high. 1-2 the count. Hudson has been pitching in the big league since 1999. We mentioned he won 20 games in 2000, came back to win 18 the next year. He's always been a double-figure winner, and 17 last season. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Uribe off the plate. He held up, and the count 2-2. So Hudson struggling a little bit here in the first inning, and the Dodgers trying to take advantage of it. Now the right-hander ready over the top, and he's in the dirt. Nice save by Brian McCann. With Hudson, you get a very down-moving kind of a fastball. Players call it super sink. He also has a 4-seamer. He has a splitter. He has a slider, a curveball, which he doesn't use very much, and a great change. He also started to work a little bit on a cutter. So the 3-2 pitch, runners do not go. Uribe a slow roller to third. The throw will be to first for the out, and the runners move up. So Uribe taps out slowly. That means Kemp goes to second. Blake goes to third, and the kid will be coming up. Wouldn't you know? First at bat, James Loney and Jerry Sands out on deck. So it's up to Loney to extend the inning or have Sands lead off in the second. So 1 run in, first base open. Loney hitting 150, trying to get started. Tim Hudson and Loney. Loney is 4 for 12 against him. Hudson at the belt, looks at the runners. Right-handed comes with a fastball away. 1 ball and no strikes. James has 1 home run, 6 runs batted in. Again, Hudson leans in, now straightens up. And the 1-0 pitch on the way to Loney. Hudson set, comes to the plate, drops it low. I think that was his splitter. And it's a 2-ball, no strike count. A lot of pressure, of course, on Brian McCann to handle that splitter. It kind of burned Hiroki Kuroda the last time out. Talking about Kuroda, he's on the mound tomorrow night. Here's the 2-0 pitch coming up to James Loney. Hudson deals, fastball fouled away, and the count 2-1. You just wonder, you look down at Jerry Sands. Here's a kid from about Salisbury, North Carolina, went to school at Catawba, on the edge of making his major league debut. More people here than probably he ever saw in Salisbury. And in a moment he might be coming up or lead off the second inning. 1-0 Dodgers. Second and third, 2 out. 2-1 the count to Loney. Hudson at the belt. Tim ready. Here he comes. Swung on a 1-hopper by the diving Gonzalez. 2 runs coming to the plate. Kemp will also score behind Blake. And the Dodgers lead 3-0 as James Loney jumps all over a pitch and shoots it into center field. So one thing that Loney did was get a clutch base hit. And now Jerry Sands, making his major league debut, will be coming up. Now remember, let's say second and third, if they pitched around Loney, he would have made his major league debut with the bases loaded. So Loney took a little pressure off his shoulders, and Jerry ready to check in. Sands 6'4" and 220. So he is a big kid. He'll be 24 the end of September. Hudson at the belt, looks over at Loney, works the hitter, swung on, fouled away upstairs, and the count 0-1. One of the things the scouts tell us about Jerry Sands is that he has unusual power to right center field. Well, at 6'4" and 220, I guess you can do it. He hit 61 home runs at Catawba Community College. The strike 1 pitch on the way. Hudson's fastball fouled off. 0-2 the count to Jerry Sands. Sands last year shortened his stroke a little bit. He's only played Rookie League, Pioneer League, and Midwestern League. Then he moved up to the Sally League with Chattanooga, Midwest League, and Pacific Coast League. Though he traveled much of last year, and here he is. 0-2. Hudson ready, breaks a ball, a slider away. 1-2 the count. When Jerry Sands was called up, he had 5 home runs, 17 runs batted in 10 games at Albuquerque, and he was hitting .400. So 1-2 the count. Last year, playing for a couple of clubs, he had 35 home runs. And the 1-2 pitch is hit down the right field line. He's got his first base hit. It's going in the corner. Jerry is on his way to second base. Stopping at third is Loney, and how do you like that? The first at bat in his major league career, and he doubles to right. So they'll throw the ball over to the Dodger dugout, and into his locker it will go. Immediately, Roger McDowell is going to go out and talk to Tim Hudson. What a way to start. What a wonderful way to begin. So Jerry Sands goes the other way with a double to right. Loney stopping at third. Take another look at it. He did what they tell you to do on that kind of a pitch. He hit it inside out, and he is so big, 6'4", 220, and strong, that he got it all the way in the corner. Jason Hayward finally recovers. So the Dodgers have jumped on Tim Hudson for 3 in the first inning. For Hudson, he came in with an ERA of 3.4. So here's Barajas, second and third, 2 out. Dodgers lead 3-0 in the first inning. Hudson ready, veteran delivers, and he is off the plate. Ball 1, 1-0. Tim Hudson being rudely welcomed tonight. He is 24-8 against the National League West. But he's down 3-0 before the chairs are warm here in the first inning. 1-1 in Dodger Stadium and 6-2 lifetime. So Barajas trying to pick up somebody, and he has a half a dozen hits against Hudson, hitting .462, and he takes off the play, ball 2. So you're not sure with first base open whether Hudson, knowing that Barajas had worn him out, and they decided, okay, he wouldn't bite on the first 2, let's put him aboard. So in a moment, the Dodgers will have their 9th man to come to the plate. It will be Ted Lilly. So it started with Aaron Miles a single to left and Blake walked. Ethier flied to left. Kemp singled up the middle to drive in Miles. With 2 out, Loney singled to drive in 2, and then Sands doubles to right, sending Loney to third. So Lilly leading 3-0, trying to help himself. On deck, the leadoff man, Aaron Miles. 3 runs, 4 hits, all in the first inning. Hudson delivers a high strike. Lilly backed off. 0-1 the count to Ted. The outfield shaded to left. They'll give Lilly right field. They don't expect him to try and pull the ball. Strike 1 pitch on the way. The left hand hitting Lilly backs off. It's at his feet. With the bat, Ted is 0 for 6. He has struck out twice. Hudson, laboring now, has made 30 pitches in the first inning, and he's not through. Dodgers lead 3-0. They have the bases loaded. The 1-1 pitch very high. Ball 2. 2-1. So Tim Hudson having a lot of problems here in the first inning. A lot of times visiting pitchers struggle in the first inning because they're not accustomed to the mound. I'm not saying that's his excuse, but that does happen sometimes. 2-1 pitch to Lilly is swung on and foul back. 2-2. Interesting for Tim Hudson as well, giving up 3 runs in the first inning. All 12 runs and all 11 earned runs he has allowed this young season have come in the first 3 innings of his 4 starts. 7 of the 12 runs have come in the first inning. Tim with a 2-2 count with a bases loaded, 2 out, first inning, 3-0 Dodgers, and Lilly swings, doesn't get it, and down he goes. But the damage is done, plus a highlight moment. Young Jerry Sands just called up in his big league debut and promptly whacked one into the right field corner for a double. Great way for the Dodgers to get started. The end of an inning, 3-0. A young life as Jerry Sands gets a hero's welcome. His first major league at bat, a double to right field. Dodgers know exactly how that must feel. And now Jerry coming up with that key double will go back out into left field, and life will continue. 3-0 in favor of the Dodgers, and Ted Lilly will be pitching now to Brian McCann, Dan Uggla, and Freddie Freeman. Tim Hudson down there giving up made 33 pitches, so his first inning woes continue this year, and that'll be a problem for him to figure out. For Ted Lilly, it's an interesting note too. They've watched him so carefully, and the pattern up to now that Ted Lilly has, in the first 4 innings of his game, he's dynamite. Earned run average 2.2, the opposition hitting 227. From the 5th inning on, his earned run average is 21, and the opposition hitting 526. And the first pitch to McCann in for a strike. So we'll see if Ted can improve on those figures. McCann might be a catcher, but he is 4th in most infield hits in the National League. He's batting .327. Bryan pulls it foul outside of first down the line, and the count 0-2. McMahon is out of sight with men in scoring position. He's 7 for 8. That would be a dreamlike 875. But he's also very hot as a hitter in the first 3 innings. Here's the strike 2 pitch on the way to Brian McCann. Swung on, line drive, base hit for a guy hitting .389 in the first 3 innings. So what else is new? As McCann a shot to right, and the batter will be Dan Uggla. Dan Uggla, you may remember playing for the Florida Marlins. We can take another look as Brian McCann jumps all over that, an annoyed Ted Lilly. And McCann standing at first. Uggla struggling, hitting just .177, and he has not had any luck at all. He is 0 for 15 against left-hand pitching. Against Lilly, 3 for 8 with a couple of home runs, and he takes a strike, 0-1. The Braves have gone 4 years without a 30 home run hitter. Dan hit at least 30 in each of the last 4 seasons for the Marlins. Who was the last one to hit 30? Andrew Jones hit 41. Adam LaRoche hit 32. That would be back in 2006. The pitch swung on and missed, 0-2. If you remember Uggla when he was with Florida, Uggla, it is a Swedish name, and it means owl. As this season began, Albert Pujols is the only other National League right-hand batter to hit more home runs than Dan Uggla. McCann at first, nobody out, 3-0 Dodgers. Slow curveball whacked foul off the protective railing at the far end of the Dodger dugout, and the count remains 0-2. Rafael Furcal at the very far end, and that ball was in his neighborhood. No balls and 2 strikes. Dan Uggla, born in Louisville, Kentucky, lives in Tennessee, went to the University of Memphis. 5'11", 200. Here comes Lilly, and Uggla fouls it away. You can imagine with a name like Uggla, all of the razzing he has gotten, especially, let's say, down in the minor leagues. But his father said that's okay. Said that'll make him tougher. Well, he's tough enough. Dan at the plate, no balls, 2 strikes. Lilly straightens up, a look over at McCann. Now the strike 2 pitch on the way. Fastball tapped slowly to third. Blake charging, throws to second, and they get the force play. It looks like a routine play, but actually you're running in one direction. Blake is running towards home plate, and he makes a nice accurate throw back to the second baseman. Not quite as easy as he made it look. So the force play, 1 out, and Freddie Freeman coming up. Freddie Freeman, another new face. Big left-hand batter hitting .239. Freeman has a home run and 4 runs batted in. The pitch to Freddie is taken low, and a 1-ball, no strike count. Freddie is from Orange. He went to Al Medina High School in Orange, California. Grew up in the Fountain Valley area. And the 1-0 pitch on the way. Freddie swings, skies it foul off third, well back out of play. Freddie Freeman stands 6'5", 220. He was a second-round pick by the Braves in 2007. There's always some dedicated people who help dedicated young players, and his dad did a great thing. His dad, Fred, waited to take his lunch break until 2 o'clock in the afternoon so he'd be ready for Freddie getting out of school. The pitch is foul tipped into the mid on a check swing, and they count 1-2. Then his dad would pick up Freddie after school. They drive to Handy Park, and for 1 hour his father would throw strike after strike, and young Freddie would hit, and then they'd go back to the office. His dad would go to work and he'd do his homework. Dad would go without lunch. 1-2 pitch is instead a throw to first. The dedication of a father to help a son reach a goal. There was another reason, of course, for Freddie Freeman and his dad. Freddie's mom had died of melanoma, so that her husband Fred was raising 3 boys by himself. Freddie was the youngest. He was 10 years old. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Lilly ready and deals. Breaking ball is low, and a 2-ball, 2-strike count. When Freddie was a senior at Al Medina High School in Orange, he committed to Cal State Fullerton on a baseball scholarship, but the Braves offered him a lot of money, so he signed. And in 2008, right after he had signed, he became the Braves minor league player of the year. 2-2 pitch to Freddie Freeman. Lilly's fastball is whacked foul, and Freddie really turned quickly on that thing, and it's still 2-2. In the minor leagues last year, he had 18 home runs in the International League, and then came up 20 games with the Braves. He had 1 home run. So Freddie Freeman, he has Dan Uggla at first with 1 out. 3-0 Dodgers. Second inning. Uggla goes. The pitch is low. Barajas throws on a bounce. Too late. The Braves are not a running team at all. And Dan Uggla, who is certainly not the fastest guy, is able to beat Barajas' throw on a bounce. For the Braves, that is their 5th stolen base. They've also been caught 5 times. So have not been successful, but they got away with it that time. So 3-2 the count to Freddie Freeman. Lilly set, takes a look, comes right to his hitter, and drops it low and inside. Ball 4. So with the Dodgers sending 9 men to the plate in the first inning to score 3, the Braves now trying to come back. They have first and second with 1 out, and the shortstop, Alex Gonzalez, coming up. Gonzalez, you may or may not remember, suffered one of those great thrills. He had a walk-off home run in Game 4 of the World Series, won by the Marlins back in 2003. So he's got a lot of talent. Alex at the plate, 2 on, 1 out, 3-0 Dodgers, and Lilly a full turn to look out at second. Uggla is there, Freeman at first. Alex Gonzalez, 34 years old. He takes low, ball 1. Gonzalez had 17 home runs for the Blue Jays last year, and then went over to Atlanta and hit 6 more, so he had 23, which would tie what he did in 2004 when he hit 23. 1 ball and no strikes. Here comes Lilly's fast sinker, and it swung on and missed, and the count 1-1. For Alex Gonzalez, he has 3 home runs, 4 runs batted in. He's from Venezuela. Originally drafted by the Marlins in 1994. He's the oldest of 5 children. Now the 1-1 pitch. Lilly set, high kick. Pitch is in there for a strike, and the count 1-2. Gonzalez hitting .259 with those 3 home runs. He came up to the Marlins in 1998. Stayed with them till 06 when he went to the Red Sox. Then a couple of years with the Reds. Back to the Red Sox. Then the Blue Jays. And then the Braves. Nate McLeod hits back of him, 8th in the lineup. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And another full turn. Lilly looking back at Uggla. Dan at second. Freeman at first. 1 out. 2nd inning. 3-0 Dodgers. Lilly out of a stretch. Gonzalez waiting at the plate. The pitch to Alex is taken low, and a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Well, we saw Jerry Sands on his first big league at bat get a double. Alex Gonzalez in his 4th big league at bat hit a 410-foot home run against the Cardinals, dead center in Busch Stadium. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Lilly is set, very, very careful. And the pitch to Gonzalez swung on and missed, and down he goes. Letter high fastball to send him back to the bench. So 2 out, 2nd strikeout for Lilly. He began the game striking out Prado. And now Ted working on Nate McLeod. Dodgers with 3 in the first, holding on to a 3-0 lead. Nate McLeod struggling with the bat. Hitting just .212, 3 runs batted in. Excellent center fielder. Last year hit only .190 for Atlanta, so he's really hurting. Left-hand batter looks at a pitch up, ball 1, 1-0. McLeod, however, has had a lot of success against Ted Lilly. He is 6'4", 12. Boy out of Muskegon, Michigan, lives in Whitehall, Michigan. Went to Whitehall High and was drafted originally by the Pirates. Now the 1 ball, no strike pitch, and McLeod looks, and that's a strike. When he was a little guy, his dad got him an orange plastic bat. He was about 4 years old, and they would try to serve it to him, and his father said even then he would take pitches. 1-1 to Nate McLeod. Lilly checks the runners. Ted ready. Here he comes. Fastball popped in the air. Off third. Down the line. Slicing foul. Blake leans in. Can't get it. 2 rows back. So McLeod is still there. 1-2. So Blake a little frustrated. Missed it by a good 8 feet. Couldn't get close enough. McLeod back with the Pirates in 08. Had 26 home runs, 94 runs batted in. That's been his best year. 2 on, 2 out, 1-2 the count to the left-hand hitter. Lilly delivers in the dirt. Nice block and stop by Barajas. By the way, for the Dodgers, they have to be a little shocked that Dan Uggla would steal a base. Dan in his career has 20 stolen bases. But of course, Ted Lilly has never learned that slide step towards home. He fools or tries to fool by twisting the upper torso. Lilly has allowed 150 stolen bases. Breaking ball is foul back. And it's 150 stolen bases, and they've only caught 34 in his career. Last year, 20 of the 21 were successful stealing on Ted Lilly. Though he's a pro, he knows what to do, but he doesn't have that slide step, and the base runners really take advantage of him. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ted delivers, and it's whacked down the right field line, foul out of play. That one coming in at 79 miles an hour. So McLeod, wearing number 13 up there at the plate. He's the oldest of 3 boys in the family. In the little town of Whitehall, population of, maybe 2,800 or so. Lilly again trying to get out of the inning. A base hit, a stolen base, a walk, a force play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Second inning, Lilly delivers slow breaking ball off the plate. Ball 3. So if nothing else, the Braves get a slight edge. They'll be running Uggla and Freeman. For Don Mattingly, sweating out Ted Lilly here in the second inning, with the Dodgers lead 3-0. Lilly a long look into Barajas to get a sign. Now the veteran left-hander ready. The 3-2 pitch, runners go. It's swung on and foul back. So Ted Lilly making enough pitches. He's now made 30. Had an easy first inning, but he's made 20 pitches so far in the second. Ted's 35, and he's been pitching as a pro since 1996. So Nate McLeod just standing and waiting. Runners ready to go again. 3-2, 2 out. Ted ready. There they go. Fastball is hit in the air to left field, but playable. Jerry Sands is right there, the one-handed for the out. Then, like all the big leaguers, he flips the ball up into the pavilion. No runs, a hit, a walk, a stolen base, and 2 left. And at the end of an inning and a half, 3-0 Dodgers. There's a couple of youngsters in the stands, one with his glove, one wearing a windbreaker. No doubt they've learned a little bit about Jerry Sands, the youngster making his debut. And they are just sitting there, perpetual motion. And I'm sure Dad has explained what's on the line tonight. What's on the line tonight is Tim Hudson, and he was pushed around in the first inning. 3 runs and 4 hits. And the leadoff man, Aaron Miles, is the guy who started it, with a base hit to left field. This time a little roller up along first base, and Freddie Freeman picks it up and steps on the bag. 1 pitch and 1 away here in the second inning. You know, the most affordable ticket package at Dodger Stadium is back for all Wednesday and Sunday Dodger home games. It's the Coca-Cola Value Pack. Fans can enjoy 4 tickets, 4 Dodger dogs, 4 Cokes, starting at $20 per seat. For more information, go to Dodgers.com/specials or call 866-DODGERS. Casey Blake walked in the first inning. Takes one in there, a high strike up around the letters, 0-1 the count. Blake was 0 for 10 when he walked against Tim Hudson, 0 for 10 against Hudson. Takes a little breaking ball in there. So Tim jumps out in front, no balls and 2 strikes. Dodgers trying to turn things around and win a series, a season series from the Braves. Fastball down and away, 1-2. The Braves have not lost a season series to the Dodgers. A couple of years they split. They haven't lost one in 8 years. The 1-2 pitch coming up. Blake takes inside, 2-2. Last year, the Dodgers split 4 here, but they lost 3 out of 4 in Atlanta. The Braves did it again, won 5 of the 8. Hudson ready, rocks and turns, and the 2-2 pitch, and Blake takes off the plate. So Hudson making a lot of pitches, and he comes right back. So with 5 pitches now, he's made 38. Andre Ethier waiting, and Blake fouls it off. Casey hitting .269. We were talking about the background of Tim Hudson. He was a good center fielder, and they didn't have anybody to pitch, so he hit. Blake, a ground ball to short. Gonzalez, the long throw, but he does it effortlessly. 2 down here in the second inning. What happened when Tim Hudson was in high school and they said we didn't have anybody else? Well, all he did was go 12-1. But the problem was he was only 145 pounds. He was playing in the state's smallest classification. So despite that incredible record, he did not receive a scholarship offer. So he went to Chattahoochee Valley Community College and then eventually Auburn. Right-hander's pitch to Andre Ethier has popped up. A convention behind the mound. Chipper Jones is there to make the catch. So Hudson does a complete turnabout. 33 pitches in the first inning and breezes through the second. It's still 3-0 Dodgers. To nothing. Tim Hudson, then Martin Prado and Jason Hayward in that order. Ted Lilly looking over at Casey Blake as if to say, be alive for the bunt. And Hudson checks in. Right-hand batter. Lilly into the windup. Ted delivers, drops it in for a strike. 0-1. Hudson is 0 for 7. He has struck out 4 of the 7 times. In his career, he once hit a home run. Big swing and a miss, and the count 0-2. March of last year, Ted Lilly's wife gave birth to their first child, so be his 1 year old by now. Ted ready, and the strike 2 pitch on the way is high. The child, his name is Theodore Roosevelt Lilly the fourth. One ball and 2 strikes. Ted into the windup, and the 1-2 fastball fouled away. As Tim Hudson stands at the plate, Dodgers lead him 3-0. The question is, how important is it to get the lead against Hudson? In his career, when he's given a lead of 3 or more runs, he is 113-2. The 1-2 pitch coming up from Ted Lilly, swung on and missed, and down goes Hudson. So he's had 8 at bats, struck out 5 times. That would be strikeout number 3 for Ted Lilly. And the batter will be Martin Prado, who struck out leading off the game. So Prado, right-hand batter, with 1 away, 3 runs, 4 hits for the Dodgers. No runs, 1 hit for the Braves. Single to right for Brian McCann. Prado from Venezuela has a look at his strike. It was back in 2006. He hit his first major league home run. It was a 3-run shot. The Braves beat the Phillies, and his mother was watching the game in Venezuela. So that's something she'll remember. Now Prado, a shot on the ground into left field to Sands for a base hit. So with 1 out, Prado singles, and Jason Hayward coming up.
Right fielder, Jason Hayward.
Hayward, as we mentioned, has opened up opening day twice. Last year with a home run against the Cubs, and he did the same thing again this year. A remarkable talent and a big left-hand batter. Jason Hayward. He's one of those kids who figures to be around a long time. Jason, 21. He'll be 22 in August. 6'4", 220. Has a look at a pitch for a strike. His on-base percentage last year was 4th in the league. He was behind Albert Pujols, Joey Votto, and Prince Fielder. He's the son of well-educated parents. Both of his parents, mom and dad, went to Dartmouth. Now the strike 1 pitch on the way. Hayward looks. It's on the outside corner, and the count 0-2. So Jason backs out, waiting. Has played a lot of baseball, a lot of minor league ball, a lot of kids ball ever since he was very young. 0-2. Throw to first base, a lob throw. Prado back on the bag. Prado is 1 for 1 in stolen bases. Hayward, 18 home runs last year. He has 4 so far this year. Lilly ready. Ted set. Looks at first. Comes to his hitter. And it's a little chopper back to the mound. Lilly's play is the first. Moving into second goes Prado. And the batter will be Chipper Jones. So Hayward, little number back to the box. 2 out. And Chipper checking in. Chipper Jones came into the game 3 for 10, hitting .300 against Lilly. He grounded out in the second inning. Chipper hitting .315, 2 home runs, 12 runs batted in. As we mentioned earlier, he has a great record this year driving in runners. He has 12 RBIs. Takes a hook low, ball 1, 1-0 the count. Dodgers with 3 in the first inning, trying to hold on to a 3-0 lead. Prado at second base with 2 out. Lilly takes a look back there. Ted ready, and his 1-0 pitch is swung on, hit in the air to right center and deep. Going back forward is Ethier and makes the catch. Couple of feet shy of the warning track. So Jones a long out to right. They leave Prado at second, and at the end of 2.5 innings, 3-0 Dodgers. Jerry Sands made his major league debut and doubled to right in his first at-bat. So now here we are in the third, and Kemp 1 for 1 at the plate, hitting .483. And Matt takes a strike, and the count 0-1. Matt, during the homestand, is hitting .611. He's 11 for 18, 2 home runs, 7 runs batted in, and a stolen base. The strike one pitch on the way. That's in there for a strike, 0-2. According to Elias Sports Bureau, Kemp's home run yesterday represented the second time in Dodger history that the team was losing and being shut out before winning on a walk-off home run. And it's a long time between as he takes off the plate. The other time was May 3rd, 1925. When the Brooklyn Robins, as they were called, Jacques Fournier, hit a 2-run shot in the bottom of the ninth at Ebbets Field against Philadelphia. The 1-2 pitch in the dirt, 2-2 the count. So from 1925 to 2011, 86 seasons go by before the Dodgers do another. 2 balls and 2 strikes. We're in the third. Dodgers 3, Braves nothing. Hudson ready, right-handed deals, little ground foul outside of first, and the count stays 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Dodgers and the Braves start this series with the identical records, 7 and 9. The difference? Well, the Braves are in 4th place behind Philadelphia. The Dodgers are in 4th place, 5.5 back of Colorado. So both Freddie Gonzalez and Don Mattingly trying to get their ball club ready to make a move. Kemp, meanwhile, swings and doesn't get it. Checks with the plate umpire Laz Diaz. Did I swing at a strike? And we have 1 down. The batter will be Juan Uribe. Tomorrow, the Dodgers commemorate the 30th anniversary of Fernando Mania with a Valenzuela fleece blanket presented by Time Warner Cable. So go to Dodgers.com/promotions or call 866-DODGERS. The first pitch to Uribe, foul to the screen, 0-1. Juan hitting 151, grounded to third in the first inning. So Uribe trying to get started, and the strike one pitch on the way. Swung on, flared into shallow right, coming up, losing it in the lights, and battling to make the catch, Jason Hayward. But he couldn't see it, and finally caught it on the bounce. But you could see him put his hands up. Where is it? Where is it? And then it lands in front of him. So Uribe, little flare single to right. Uribe over the years has never had a high batting average. You could say in 09 when he was with the Giants, that was a pretty big year. He hit 289. But otherwise, he's not the kind of a fella who's going to get a lot of base hits. The Dodgers are looking for some power. And of course, he had 24 home runs last year. So here now, James Loney fouls it upstairs off to the left. 0-1 the count. Dodgers 3 runs, 5 hits against Hudson. The Braves no runs, 2 hits against Ted Lilly. Uribe held on at first by Freddie Freeman. Hudson looks in. McCann setting a target for him. And the strike one pitch on the way. There goes the runner. Hit and run ground ball right through the vacated spot left by Gonzalez. And Uribe goes to third. A perfectly executed hit and run play. Loney found the hole when Gonzalez broke to cover as Uribe took off. So the Dodgers are in business again. First and third, 1 out. They have a half a dozen hits against Hudson. And the batter will be Jerry Sands. Sands came up in the first inning after Loney had knocked in a couple. And Jerry went the other way and doubled into the right field corner. As we said, the scouts say that he has unusual power to right center field. A fake and a look. Meanwhile, the crowd picks it up right away. Jerry. He wears number 47. Sands 6'4", 220. And the pitch to Jerry is taken low and away, blocked by McCann. Digging for second is Loney, and he's in there. And the Dodgers now with 1 out have runners at second and third. So Hitson trying to keep it down and went off the backhanded effort of McCann. 1 ball and no strikes. And it's going to be a wild pitch. 1-0 the count to Sands. First base open. Rod Barajas on deck. Hudson out of a stretch. Veteran ready. Looks over at third. Comes to him and it's swung out and drive to right. Going back on the ball is Hayward to make the catch. Tagging up is Uribe. He's going to score. And down to third goes Loney. Not bad for a kid just breaking in. Listen to the crowd. So Jerry Sands got his first major league hit in the first inning. He picks up his first major league RBI in the third. What a way to start. And the batter now will be Rod Barajas with Loney at third. Boy, talk about the fact that he has power to right center. That ball to right field really carried. He made Hayward go back to get it. So 4-0 Dodgers in the third inning. And the pitch to Barajas low and away, ball 1. Jerry Sands was born September of 1987. 10 years later, Hudson was pitching professionally. 1 ball and no strikes. Hudson ready. Tim delivers. Sinker hit to the left at short. Smothered there by Gonzalez, who gets up, throws on a bounce, and a good play by Freeman to get the out. So a fine play by Alex Gonzalez and Freddie Freeman to get Barajas. However, the Dodgers on a couple of hits get a run and lead the Braves 4-0. Dodger Baseball on Prime Ticket is brought to you by your Southern California Ford dealers. Visit us today and trade up to Ford. And by Jack in the Box. Right now, get the All-American Jack Combo with fries and a drink for only $4.99 plus tax. Dodgers leading 4-0 as we go to the fourth inning. Young Jerry Sands in his first Major League at-bat doubled to right. And in his second Major League at-bat, he had a scoring fly ball for a run batted in. Marvelous way to begin. For the Braves, trying to shake themselves, they have 2 hits and nothing else in 3 innings. Brian McCann, the catcher, will start it off. He singled to right field in the second inning. Big slow curveball for a strike. 0-1 to Brian. McCann has been the catcher who hits the home runs ever since 2006. He has 2 home runs this year, but since 2006 he piled up 86 home runs, more than Benji Molina, Jorge Posada, Miguel Olivo. Fouled away. McCann out of Athens, Georgia, where the university is. The 1-2 pitch. And he goes the other way. Sands fighting it and backhands it for the out. That might have been in the lights. Toughest play of all for an outfielder on a ball hit at you but sinking. Here's the chant, Jerry. He came up, jammed it, and then backhanded the ball as he dropped to a knee. Wow. Don't anyone tell him it's not that easy. Here's Dan Uggla. Fouled away. Dan really struggling, as so many are this early. After all, this is only the 17th of 162. Oh, 2. Uggla last year hit .287. He's hit 31 home runs in 07, 32 home runs in 08, 31 home runs in 09, 33 home runs in 2010. He has 3 this year. And hits a one-hopper off the glove of the second baseman, Aaron Miles, who was out on the grass and couldn't hold it. So Ugla at first with one down, and it was a good thing for the Dodgers that Jerry Sands made the catch of that sinking line drive. That ground ball kind of ate Aaron Miles up. Bad hop single. And the batter, Freddie Freeman. So Freddie, the local boy, checking in. And a high foul out of play. 0-1. Freddie Freeman 6'5" and 220. He has 1 home run, 4 runs batted in. He was the International League Rookie of the Year last year, and that made news. He takes his triumph. He was the first Braves farmhand to win those honors since Chipper Jones in 1993. Chipper sitting quietly, watching an upcoming young first baseman. Breaking ball off the plate, 1-2. They project for Freddie Freeman, he would be a 20 home run, 100 RBI guy, or at least over 80. 2 years ago, crowding that plate, he was hit by pitches 18 times. So he doesn't give up there. 1-2 the count. Ugla, who doesn't steal but did at first base. Dan stole second in the second inning. Four nothing Dodgers, top of the fourth. Another breaking ball off the plate. 2-2. That big curveball, 72 miles an hour. By the way, those who watch Freeman play first base, they have compared him to both Keith Hernandez and Mark Grace. He must be quite a young first baseman. 2-2 to Freddie Freeman. Fastball foul back, 88. 4 runs, 6 hits for the Dodgers. No runs, 3 hits for the Braves. Tomorrow night, Brandon Beachy and Hiroki Kuroda. And a fly ball to left. Sands is there. So with 2 out in the 4th inning, the batter now will be Alex Gonzalez. Ugla at first. Gonzalez struck out in the 2nd inning. Dodgers scored 3 in the first, 1 in the 3rd. And so far, Ted Lilly doing a great job. However, remember what we talked about earlier. For Ted Lilly, in the first 4 innings, his earned run average is 2.2. And the opposition batting average, 227. But then he struggles starting in the 5th inning. So he's trying to change that tonight. That's ball 1. Giants beat the Rockies 8-1. Tim Lincecum joining the great Christy Mathewson with his 28th career game of 10 or more strikeouts. He went 7 2/3 for his 2nd victory. He beat Esmil Rogers, who gave up home runs to Pat Burrell, Nate Schierholtz, and Freddie Sanchez. Giants 8, Rockies 1. So the Giants now trying to bring Colorado back to the pack. Giants trail them now by 3. That's ball 3. So 3-0 to Alex Gonzalez. Nate McLouth on deck. And ball 4. So the catch by Jerry Sands, the first out of the 4th inning, gets a little bit bigger because then you have Ugla, a base hit, a 2-out walk, and the batter is Nate McLouth. McLouth hitting .208 has a chance to get the Braves back into the ball game. Two on, 2 out, 4-0 Dodgers, 4th inning. And ball 1. The Braves are 3rd in the league, getting 2-0 and 3-1 counts. They're very aggressive. They're 3rd in swinging 2-0. They have some home run power. 1 ball and no strikes to McLouth. And a shot and a great catch by Loney. Whoa. Nate McLouth hits a blur, and Loney is able to react and go up the ladder and spear it. And that saves Ted Lilly at the end of 3.5, 4-0 Dodgers. Jerry Sands on this date, April the 18th, coming up with a first game and his first hit immediately, a double to right. If that wasn't enough, in the 3rd inning he came up and hits a long fly ball to right field to advance 2 runners. Uribe scored and Loney took 3rd. Then he had to come up and make a good catch and a ball hit by Brian McCann. So he's done just about all except maybe steal a base. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning, 4-0 Dodgers. The 25th round pick in the 2008 draft, making his debut tonight. 0-1 to Lilly, who struck out in the 1st inning. Tim Hudson is due to lead off in the 5th inning for Atlanta. Little foul, 0-2. Hudson gave up 3 in the 1st inning, another in the 3rd. And the first couple of innings have proven to be a nightmare for him this year. Popped up, foul. McCann coming over. Chipper Jones coming down. McCann. Nice play for Bryan. One away. Aaron Miles will be coming up. Miles single to left, scored a run, and grounded out. Miles had good numbers, 4 for 11 against Hudson. That would be a .364 batting average. And he promptly got a base hit and came around to score in the first inning. He had a bad hop single eat him up in the fourth. But he's okay. Here he is. Ball one, Darren. Four runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Dodgers, no runs, 3 hits for the Braves. Check swing for a strike. 1-1. Brandon Beachy and Hiroki Kuroda tomorrow night. Derek Lowe and John Garland the following night. Little ground ball to short. Gonzalez. 2 down. Blake coming up. The final game of the series ended the homestand. Jared Jurgens will go up against Clayton Kershaw as Derek Lowe looks on from the dugout. After Thursday afternoon's game, the Dodgers hit the road. They'll go to Chicago and Florida and then come home and play San Diego and Chicago. 2 down in the fourth. Casey Blake takes ball 1. He walked, grounded out. When Blake grounded out in the second inning, it was a 7-pitch at bat. Fastball strike 1-1. Tim Hudson has made 64 pitches. Ted Lilly has made 70. Fastball slapped down the right field line, foul. So Casey will come back and try it again. So Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and Thursday afternoon here at Dodger Stadium. Hope you make your plans to spend some time with us. Clayton Kershaw will be in the sunshine against Jared Jurgens. Hiroki Kuroda will be on the mound tomorrow night. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fastball missed that inside corner. Casey, who went to school at Wichita State. Off the plate, ball 3. Dodgers, after losing 5 in a row, trying to build a little bit of a winning streak. High foul off third, heading for the stands. Gonzalez and Jones over to take a look. Boy, big leaguers sure can hit them high. Hudson due to lead off in the 5th with Prado and Hayward hitting after him. Little ground ball, foul. So Casey had one foul down the right field line. Now slow ground ball foul up along third, and he's still there, 3-2. Casey is still looking for his first hit against Tim Hudson. He's 0 for 11 against him. Little roller, charging Chipper Jones. Nice pick and throw. So the Dodgers, for the second time tonight in 4 innings, go out in order. And at the end of 4, it's 4-0 Dodgers. by Southwest Airlines new Rapid Rewards. Unlimited reward seats and no blackout dates. Dodgers lead 4-0 as we go to the fifth inning. It'll be Tim Hudson, then Martin Prado and Jason Hayward. And Lilly is ready. Right. Each pitcher has made 70 pitches in the first 4 innings. Oh and 1. 0 and 2. That's one of those things where Tim Hudson was guessing fastball, got a fastball, and was way out in front of it. 0 and 2. Curveball, see you later. So that big rainbow curve, and Hudson just frozen at the plate.
Martin Prado.
4 strikeouts for Ted Lilly, and the batter will be Martin Prado. Lilly has allowed 3 hits. McCann a base hit, Prado a base hit, Ogla a base hit. Martin Prado struck out, single left, 1 for 2. In there. Prado will be 28 in October. Growing up in Venezuela, he was a Braves fan. Idolized Chipper Jones, and now they're teammates. Fouled away. We were talking earlier about Freddie Freeman's father taking his lunch break late so he could help his son grow up as a ball player. Well, how about Martin Prado's mother? Here's the strike 2 pitch. Curve ball, but up, ball 1. His mother, Irma, when he was a kid growing up, in 15 years, she never missed his game. Fastball, they're going to check. Swing, says Scott Barry. And that'll do it to Martin Prado. So just like that, 2 strikeouts in the 5th inning. Time for our trivia question. Who's the only Dodger switch hitter to win the National League MVP? The only one. Well, while you think about that, Jason Hayward comes up. He's flied to right. Hit back to the box. Coming into the game, Lilly's lifetime 4-2 against Atlanta. But in his last 6 starts against Atlanta, he's won the 4. And he's leading 4-0 with 2 out in the 5th inning. 1 ball, no strikes. Ground ball right at Miles. Nice easy inning for Ted. 1, 2, 3. So at the end of 4.5 innings, he walks off leading 4-0. 5-0. Ted Lilly is pitching a gem so far as he walks behind Jerry Sands. Lilly allowing 3 hits. He's allowed a couple of guys to get to second base, none to third. Now Andre Ethier, Matt Kemp, Juan Uribe. Ball 1. Ethier flied to left, popped to third, 0 for 2. Has that 14-game hitting streak on the line. His longest streak, 16. Batting .365. 2-0. Dodgers scored 3 in the first, another in the third, and that's it. Hit to left field, angling over his Prado. So Ethier 0 for 3. The way they're pitching, he's unable to pull the ball. He's had 2 fly balls to left and a pop fly to third. And the batter, Matt Kemp. Kemp picked up where he left off yesterday. Not a home run, but he singled ascended to drive in Aaron Miles in the first inning and really got that first inning started. So Matt hitting .475. 3 home runs, 13 RBIs. Off the plate, ball 1. When the Braves come up in the 6th inning, they'll have Chipper Jones, Brian McCann, and Dan Uggla. If anybody gets on, Freddie Freeman. And a bullet right at the shortstop Gonzalez, who makes it look so easy. Wow. That was right at his left ankle. So Kemp, hard out, 2 down. Juan Uribe coming up, grounded to third, single to right, 1-4-2. Uribe hitting .167. 4-0 Dodgers. Bottom of the 5th. A little roll to short. Gonzalez on the run. And that'll be that. A very easy 5th inning. And at the end of 5, 4-0 Dodgers. .58. The Dodgers had played a couple of games in San Francisco, but this was going to be their first game in Los Angeles. Well, the team arrived by bus at the City Hall steps. Quite a ceremony. Walter O'Malley gave Mayor Paulson the home plate from Ebbets Field, and then with senoritas dancing, mariachi music, the team then got into open cars, and we had a big parade downtown. They estimated over 5,000 people watched that parade as the Dodgers finally got to the Coliseum. They had over 78,000 in the Coliseum, and to cap it off, the Dodgers won 6-5. Let's go back to this one. Dodgers trying to hold on to a 6-0 lead. Ted Lilly has been very sharp up to now. Chipper Jones pulls it on the ground to Blake. One pitch, one away.
Coming to the plate,
The batter will be Brian McCann. Brian McCann singled to right and hit that sinking line drive to left. It looks like Jerry Sands might have lost it in the lights, but still wound up backhanding the ball, using his right hand for support so he wouldn't go all the way down. Ball one. McCann 1 for 2, hitting .333. In there. 1-1. Lilly walked Freeman, and that's his only walk up to here, along with 5 strikeouts. Fastball lifted to left center. Sands moving over. Crowd loves everything he does, even catching the routine fly ball. Remember the trivia question that we gave you? It was about the only Dodger switch hitter to win the National League MVP. If you remembered Maury Wills, right on. 1962. 2 out in the 6th inning. Dan Uggla hit into a force play, stole a base, had an infield single, a bad hopper that chewed up Aaron Miles. 1 for 2. Popped up, shallow right. A trio of Dodgers. The middleman is Miles. So another quick inning for Ted Lilly. 1, 2, 3, 5 pitches. And at the end of 5 1/2, 4-0 Dodgers. Dodger Baseball on Prime Ticket is brought to you by El Pollo Loco. Try our delicious Baja-style fish tacos with classic Baja or spicy avocado sauce. Only at El Pollo Loco. By Corona. And by Time Warner Cable. 4-0 Dodgers, bottom of the 6th inning. In the bottom of the 5th inning, Tim Hudson made 6 pitches to retire the Dodgers. And in the top of the 6th inning, Ted Lilly made 5 pitches to retire the Braves. So here in the bottom of the 6th, Loney, Sands, and Barajas. Loney single to center, single to left. Knocked in 2 runs. James, 1 home run, 8 runs batted in. 0-2. Ball one. Jerry Sands on deck, and of course tonight great interest in a young man starting his major league career. He broke the ice with a double to right and then a scoring fly ball the next at bat. Meanwhile, Loney goes down, and we have one away. Hudson is starting to unravel a string. He's retired 9 in a row. But Hudson has not been able to strike out very many people. He only has 3. So here's Jerry Sands. Double to right at a scoring fly ball to deep right. 1 for 1. See how Hudson pitches him this time. Yeah, that figured. Not to hit him, but I was just going to say, since he had gone to right field twice, Hudson, you know, is going to say, all right, I'm going to move it up and in, but that one had a slip to go that high. 1 ball and no strikes. It was a purpose pitch, but I'm sure he didn't mean it to go all the way to the backstop. 1-0, and now the crowd almost in a frenzy. Fastball in there. They all get tested one way or another. Since he was able to extend the arms and go to right field twice, he got one expected up and in. 2-1. And ball 3. So a couple of country boys here. Hudson, born in Georgia, lives in Alabama. Sands from North Carolina. 3-1. 3-2. The writers were talking before the game. Well, you have to really be a football know-it-all. When the Rams were here, they had a wide receiver who went to school at Catawba. Fouled away. The same school Jerry Sands went to, Catawba Community College. Is it possible that you could remember the wide receiver whose name was the Catawba Claw? I can't believe it. Boyd Robertson knew the answer. I cannot believe it. Chase the slider. Down he goes. Welcome to the big leagues. Well, the Catawba Claw was a wide receiver named Bucky Pope. P-O-P-E. Sands, you can do no wrong now. Gets a round of applause. But that pattern was absolutely expected. Again, not the pitch going over his head, but certainly a pitch up and in. Now I find out that Boyd Robertson didn't really know, but it was our director Doug Freeman who did know. The Catawba Claw. And here's Rod Barajas. As the pitch goes over his head, another hitter takes umbrage. It's Matt Kemp. So Matt Kemp fighting for the rookie, letting Hudson know of his displeasure. 0-1. 0-2. Fastball alley. The pitch in 92. Hudson may be pitching his last inning. He's due to bat 4th in the 7th inning, so if the Braves get anything going, they'd probably hit for him. He has struck out twice. 0-2 to Barajas. Walked intentionally, grounded to short. Fouled away. Rod has 3 home runs, 4 runs batted in. Hudson in the 90 to 92 class with his fastball. One and two. That was 92, that fastball up. And among other pitches, besides the slider, he has that splitter. And a high fly ball to left field. Prado has a play. That'll be that. So the Dodgers go 1, 2, 3. So 3, 6, 9, 11 in a row retired by Hudson, but it's 4-0 Dodgers. Inning with Freeman, Gonzalez, and McLeod coming up for Atlanta. Just to match up the pitchers, as you can see, Lilly out pitching Hudson, and Hudson's big problems came in the first inning when he gave up 3. Since then, Hudson has retired 11 in a row. Lilly has retired 7 in a row. And here we go into the 7th with Freddie Freeman. So Hudson, wearing the windbreaker, could be going out for a hitter. And Lilly going to work. Freeman has walked, flied to left. 0-1. Lilly trying to change his luck, as we mentioned, going into this game. He had pitched exceptionally well from the first through the 4th inning, and then all of his troubles began in the 5th. Interestingly enough, Hudson's troubles begun in the 1st, and that's exactly what happened tonight. 2-1 the count to the pride of Orange, Freddie Freeman. Fastball hit to center. Kemp going back, way back at the track at the wall. For Freddie, a long fly ball for an out. I'm sure he has a lot of folks, his dad, friends, relatives from Orange watching him play. You know, May 1st, the Dodgers celebrate the 30th anniversary of their 1981 World Series championship. There'll be a retro T-shirt giveaway, compliments of Hyundai. Pre-game festivities honoring players from the 81 team. So for tickets, give us a call, 866-DODGERS. We also have the website. That's popped up around the plate. Barajas going out, but Blake has an easy play, and Casey makes it, and just like that, 2 down. For tickets, visit Dodgers.com/promotion or call 866-DODGERS. So quickly, 2 out, and Nate McLeod flied to left and was robbed of a double at least, a bullet and a leaping catch by James Loney in the 4th inning. That would have scored 1 and maybe 2 if Loney doesn't make the play. It would have brought the Braves right back in the game. So that's the biggest play of the night. And that's behind McLeod, and that is in retaliation for the pitch that was thrown at Jerry Sands. If you remember, after the Giants nailed Uribe twice, it was Lilly who went after Posey. And now that Hudson throws over the kid's head, the veteran Lilly says, okay, 2 can play the game, and he throws it behind McLeod. So the message has been delivered, and now Laz Diaz saying, okay, a warning to each team. Pulled on the ground, fair ball by the diving Loney. As Ethier comes up with it, McLeod is into second with a stand-up double. So McLeod hangs in after a pitcher purposely thrown behind him, and Brooks Conrad will come up and hit for Hudson. So Brooks Conrad, right-hand batter, trying to pick up Nate McLeod.
Your attention, please, for the Braves. Pinch hitting for Hudson, number 7, Brooks Conrad.
Brooks Conrad, San Diego boy who went to Arizona State. He lives over in Gilbert, Arizona. He can play a lot of places, second, third, short, first. He's a switch hitter as well, and was originally drafted by the Astros. And ball 1. Conrad has had 6 at-bats, and he is 0 for 6. Conrad, one of those guys who played soccer until he was 12. But from San Diego, you can guess, he had Tony Gwynn posters all over his room. Ball 2. His dad was a former high school and junior college football player, and his dad encouraged Brooks by building a little batting cage and then buying a pitching machine. And it paid off. 2-0 to Brooks Conrad. Strike, 2-1. Signed by the Astros, he never quite made it. He did come up to the A's in 2008 and then to the Braves in 2009. Second base, Nate McLeod, 2 out. 2-1 to Conrad. Ted Lilly had made 84 pitches coming into the inning, so he's not been overworked. The count is nigh up to 95. So Blake Hawksworth begins to warm up in the Dodger bullpen. There's Blake. Two and 2. And ball 3. Lilly walked Alex Gonzalez in the 4th inning, and he also walked Freddie Freeman in the 2nd inning. But he's been right on the plate all night. 3-2. Rick Honeycutt counting his pitches. Here comes number 97. And strike 3 called. The Conrad strikes out on what he thought was ball 4. No runs, a hit, a man left. And at the end of 6 1/2, Lilly's pitching a gem, and the Dodgers lead 4-0. The crowd now will stand and sing God Bless America and then take me out to the ball game.
Of God Bless America. Performed tonight by a Dodger employee of 40 years and accomplished singer. Accompanied by Nancy B. Please welcome Howie Levine.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, from the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
It's now time for the 7th inning stretch. Please join Nancy B. as we all sing, "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
To you by Chase. Dodger Baseball on Prime Ticket is brought to you by Chase. Deposit checks from your smartphone with quick deposit. Take a step forward and chase what matters. And by Universal Studios, the entertainment capital of L.A. Bottom of the 7th inning with the Dodgers holding on to a 4-0 lead. They scored 3 in the first, and Ted Lilly has held on to it all the way. Meanwhile, Jairo Asensio coming in for the Braves. He's from the Dominican Republic, which I guess is the country of another name. You start to wonder if it's really named the Dominican Republic. I mean, here's a fella who played for 4 years for the Pirates under the name Luis Valdez. In fact, baseball put him on the restricted list all of last year after they discovered he had been playing with a false name. They say his best pitch is a changeup along with a fastball and a slider. Dodgers will have their first look at him. And Ivan De Jesus will come off the bench and bat for Ted Lilly. 4 runs, 6 hits for the Dodgers. No runs, 4 hits for the Braves. Ball 1. First pitch, fastball in 93. Ted Lilly allowed 4 hits and finished up retiring 10 in a row. The big play for him defensively was made by James Loney in the 4th inning. Loney, a leaping catch of the line drive by McLeod for the 3rd out. Otherwise, that could have been a breakthrough inning. But Ted, with good stuff, allowed 1 hit after the 4th inning. Asensio working on DeJesus. Slider down and away. 1-2. Asensio is 6'2", about 180. He'll be 27 in May. In the dirt, 2-2. So for Tim Hudson, who has problems in the 1st inning, and he had problems tonight in the 1st inning, and then really dazzled at the end, but it's a question of whether it was too late for him. He retired 11 in a row after Loney's single in the 3rd inning, but he went out losing 4-0. Hudson, by the way, lifetime 6-2 against the Dodgers. Meanwhile, that'll do it for DeJesus. 12 Dodgers in a row have gone down, and the batter Aaron Miles. So Asensio picks up a strikeout. Miles, 1 for 3, started Hudson's problem in the 1st inning with a single to left. Came around to score the first of the 3 runs. Comebacker. So 2 down here in the 7th, and Casey Blake coming up. Blake walked and scored in the 1st inning, grounded out twice, 0 for 2. Casey Blake in the 2nd inning, as we pointed out, had a 7-pitch at bat, and in his 3 plate appearances tonight, 21 pitches. So he certainly made Tim Hudson work a great deal. Hudson made 92 pitches, and Casey made him throw 21 of them. Oh, 2. Well, that last fastball was clocked at 95. So Asensio, by any other name, can throw hard. 0-2. One and 2 to Casey Blake, hitting .250. When the Braves come up in the 8th inning, it'll be the top of the order: Martin Prado, Jason Hayward, and Chipper Jones, and if anybody gets on, Brian McCann. 1-2. 2-2. So Casey's making Asensio work. Tomorrow night, Brandon Beachy and Hiroki Kuroda. Then Derek Lowe and John Garland. And Thursday afternoon, J.R. Jurgens and Clayton Kershaw. Outfield split on Casey. They give him all of left center and even a little bit of straightaway center. On deck, Andre Ethier. Two and 2. And line to left, coming up, a diving try, and it gets away from Prado, and holding on is Blake at first base. Martin, frustrated, angry at himself, thought he should have caught it. Body language certainly tells you that, but it'll go as a base hit for Casey Blake. He hit it hard. Prado never hesitated, got the webbing on it, but when it hit the ground, out it popped. So Blake, a 2-out single to left. It took 6 more pitches against Casey Blake. So in his 4 at-bats tonight, Casey saw 27 pitches. Of course, talking about number of pitches, remember the other night Clayton Kershaw made 47 pitches to 6 batters at one point? Tonight, Ted Lilly needed only 16 pitches to retire the last 7 batters. Andre 0 for 1, hitting .359. Flied to left, popped to third, flied to left again. Going the other way against Tim Hudson. Remember his 14-game hitting streak on the line. Oh, and 2. The kid from Kokomo, that would be Brandon Beachy. He'll be on the mound tomorrow night against Hiroki Kuroda. So Hiroki making his notes, studying the hitters. 0-2. And fouled away. Four runs, 7 hits for the Dodgers, no runs, 4 hits for the Braves. Each team with the identical record of 7-9. And fouled away again. Ethier keeps hacking away, fouling them off. Casey Blake standing at first, held on by Freddie Freeman. And waiting on deck, Matt Kemp. Another hard foul. So Ethier keep fouling them off every which way, and McCann going out to talk to Asensio. When the Braves in the 8th, Prado, Hayward, Jones, and if anybody gets on, McCann. We're in the bottom of the 7th, 4-0 Dodgers, game 1 of the 4-game series. The Braves are under 500 on the road and at home. 4-5 at home, 3-4 on the road. And slapped into left field, so he's got his base hit. Blake will stop at second. Andre Ethier has now hit in 15 straight. Each time going the other way.
27, Matt Kemp.
Big stride, stays locked in there, and the ball away. And as always, he releases the top hand. For Ethier, that was a little bit of a class study. 5 pitches, 5 fouls, and then on the number 6 pitch, a base hit. Against Hudson, in 3 at-bats, he only had 5 pitches, going 0 for 3. So here's Matt Kemp. And a towering fly ball. Prado going back, might have a play. On the track, makes the catch. That ball left home plate like it was going into outer space, and Lopes and Kemp realized just how hard he hit it, and he came up empty anyway. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left, and at the end, a 7-4-0 Dodgers. they were surprised when he came up to the big leagues, and the Dodgers did everything possible to make him comfortable, kidding with him before the game in the dugout. Then his first time up, he doubled to right field. So they got the ball, he got the fives and the hero's welcome. Then Hudson pitched him over his head. Look at Matt Kemp ready to come out and charge. And then Lilly decides, okay, he's a member of the club, so he throws behind McLeod. The scales are even. Jerry Sands is a Dodger. And we go to the 8th inning, 4-0 Dodgers. Here's Matt Guerrier facing Martin Prado. Now remember, Guerrier and Asensio have to be very careful, because after Lilly evened up the score by throwing behind McLeod, both teams got a warning. Prado struck out single, struck out again. Right. Martin hitting .254 with a home run and 5 runs batted in. Oh and 1. 0-2. Last year, Prado hit .320 with 10 of his 15 home runs against right-handers. Slapped in the air back at first. Loney is there. 1 away. Now it'll be Jason Hayward. Fly to right, hit back to the box, grounded to second. Hayward 0 for 3. Jason batting .226, 4 home runs, 7 runs batted in. 4-0 Dodgers, 1 out, 8th inning. Off speed, in for a strike, 0-1. That came up there at 78. Matt Guerrier out of Cleveland and Shaker Heights, Ohio, went to Kent State University and was originally selected by the White Sox. That's going down the line foul. 0-2. Jason Hayward, a big boy with a lot of power. Ground ball in the hole is Miles. So we have 2 down in the 8th inning, and the batter will be Chipper Jones.
Batting next, third baseman, Chipper Jones.
Chipper is 0 for 3, the veteran on the club. Grounded to second, flied to right, grounded to short. Chipper 0 for 3, hitting .304. 2 home runs, 12 runs batted in. 438 career home runs. Strike. He got that nickname Chipper, the old chip off the old block, and he has the same first name as his dad, Larry. 0-1. And a strike. Chipper Jones will be 39 on the 24th. Out of DeLand, Florida, and South Texas, and a 1-2 count. Chipper's biggest year, and of course he's had many of them, but on the 1999 club, he had 45 home runs, 110 runs batted in, and a .319 batting average. An all-around athlete, he was an accomplished wide receiver on his high school team. 1-2. Fouled away. Chipper was a first-round pick by the Braves way back in 1990. He learned a lesson in '93, struck out, went back to the dugout, slammed the bat into the bat rack, and it bounced back and chipped 2 of his front teeth. Though he learned to control himself the painful way. 1-2 the count. And by the way, he went to the dentist the next day, then came to the ballpark and hit a home run. 1-2 to Chipper Jones. 4-0 Dodgers. 8th inning. Oh boy. Good breaking ball to take care of Jones. Guerrier comes in to retire the side, and we're heading with the bottom of the 8th. 4-0 Dodgers. Four to nothing in favor of the Dodgers. Bottom of the 8th inning. Uribe, Loney, and Sands coming up. What an inning for Matt Guerrier. He not only retired the side in order, striking out 1, he made 12 pitches, 11 for strikes. That's called giving relief. Uribe fouling it off, losing the bat. 0-1. Juan grounded to third, single to right, grounded to short. 1 for 3. One ball, one strike. Down in the Dodger bullpen, Jonathan Broxton loosening up. One and two. The Braves have been involved in 5 shutouts already. This could be number 6. They've won 3 and lost 2. Standing in the way will be McCann, Ugla, and Freeman, and Freddie Gonzalez looking for break, looking for something good to happen. 2-2. Dodgers trying to get above 500 at home. 4-4 here, 3-5 on the road. Mattingly and his bench coach Trey Hillman. 2-2. And ball 3. Jairo Asensio picking up for the veteran Tim Hudson. 3-2. And that's going to be a flare into shallow left field, dropping for a hit. A modest thing in thine own, and he will certainly take it, hitting 160. So a fly ball single gives Uribe 2 hits. You know, you can take the Dodgers with you wherever you go this year. Subscribe to MLB.TV today. See every Dodger game live or on demand on your computer and your favorite devices. Visit Dodgers.com to order and get more details. MLB.TV, baseball everywhere. Here's Loney. Single to center to drive in 2. Single to left and struck out. 2 for 3. James hitting 175. Jerry Sands on deck. Ball 1. The paid attendance tonight, 28,292. 28,292. Hope you'll be with us tomorrow night for the Fernando Valenzuela fleece blanket. And it should be a good one. Brandon Beachy and Hiroki Kuroda. 2-0. Dodgers had 6 hits against Tim Hudson for 4 runs. They've had 3 hits against Asensio. 2-0. And ball 3 and waiting on deck. The delight of the crowd tonight, Jerry Sands. The kid from Catawba. Three and 0 to Loney. Strike. 3-1. Dodgers back-to-back 4-game series. The Cardinals and the Braves, and then on the road, Chicago and Florida. Fouled away. Next homestand, the Dodgers will come back. That'll be the 29th. A 3-game series with San Diego and a 3-game series with the Cubs. Marcus Thames talking to Matt Kemp. 3-2 the count. Uribe, short lead, held on by Freeman. He's going. And a high fly ball to shallow right field. Hayward says he will take care of it, and does. So Loney a fly ball to right, and that'll bring up Jerry Sands for his 4th appearance and his 3rd at bat. He doubled to right in his first at bat for his first major league hit. Had a long fly ball to right to cash in Uribe from 3rd for his first run batted in. And then what you would expect, he came up. I don't think Tim Hudson meant to throw at his head or behind, but he certainly was going to throw inside to keep him from going after that pitch down and away. Ball 1. I mean, to be honest, in the old days, you could wager your house that'd be a pitch up and in at least. You don't see it very often, but it was so obvious tonight that Ted Lilly said okay, and he threw behind McLeod. 1 ball and no strikes to Jerry. 1-1. Crowd, of course, rooting for him on every pitch. He's really put together. Stands 6'4". Checks in at about 220. He'll be 24 the end of September. 1-1. Low and away, ball 2. Jerry Sands, a substitute teacher in the offseason. As he said, I want to build a house, want to buy a ring, I need some money. Two and two as he fouls it at the plate. Crowd groans if he swings and misses. Crowd groans if he fouls. Crowd groans if he makes out. At first base, Juan Uribe, 1 out, 8th inning, 4-0 Dodgers. 2-2. Got him. So Sands strikes out a second time. He winds up going 1 for 3 with an RBI. Went after it, and down he goes. So the batter now, Rod Barajas. Asensio picking up his second strikeout. Barajas walked intentionally, grounded to short, and flied to left. Rod 0 for 3. He has 3 home runs, 4 runs batted in. Marcus Thames comes out on deck if given a chance to bat for Guerrier. And Broxton getting ready in the pen. To repeat for the Braves in the 9th inning, Brian McCann, Dan Ugla, and Freddie Freeman. If anybody gets on, Alex Gonzalez. All the scoring in the first 3 innings for the Dodgers. 0-2. Dodgers picked up 3 in the first inning on 4 hits, and 1 more in the third on 2 hits and a scoring fly ball. Matt Kemp tonight, 1 for 4, singled his first at bat to drive in a run. He hit a fly ball to left field that was almost to outer space, not quite, and wound up being caught. And that's going to be hit into left center for a base hit. Over to cut it off is Martin Prado. Barajas will hold at first. A long single sends Uribe to third, and Marcus Thames will be coming up. So the Dodgers have 4 hits in an inning and 2/3 against Asensio, but nothing really to show for it. And Marcus Thames coming off the bench. Thames, the quiet boy from Mississippi, hitting .263 with a home run. It was a pinch hit home run. 2 RBIs. Off the plate, ball 1. Uribe down the line from third. Barajas at first, 2 away. 1 ball, no strikes. Ball 2. Asensio has made 41 pitches in the last 2 innings. 2-0. 2-1. So Thames and Tony Gwynn especially on the sidelines, with Jerry Sands getting a shot in left field. And by the way, in order for Sands to play, the Dodgers had to make a move on the roster. Xavier Paul was designated. 2-1. Ground ball to Alex Gonzalez for the force play. So the Dodgers 2 more hits, but nothing else against Asensio. And at the end of 8, Dodgers 4, Braves nothing. Enter Jonathan Broxton. The bullpen to close the ball game with a record of 1-0, an ERA a little more than 4, and this would be his 8th game in the 17 games. Jonathan has allowed 2 home runs, 3 earned runs. Came in yesterday in a scoreless tie and gave up a 2-out double and a single for a run, but then was the pitcher of record when Matt Kemp hit the 2-run home run. So where it stood like he might lose, he wound up being a win. So Broxton will start against Brian McCann. Looking at the past to give you an idea what's going on now. McCann 1 for 5 in the past against Broxton. Brian singled, flied to left twice. Once a ball that might have been in the lights. Jerry Sands in left field got as low as he could and wound up catching the ball while using his right hand as support. By the way, Sands will be on the postgame show. You'll have a chance to hear how he feels about his first game. Foul ball. I know how he feels about the double and the scoring fly ball. How does he feel when Tim Hudson said hello and threw back of him? 1-1. Brian batting .327. He has 2 home runs, 9 runs batted in. One and 2. Broxton hit 88 with that pitch. There were times, most times, he'd come out of the bullpen and the first pitch would be at least 96. So let's see. Two and 2. Big John, 6'4", right around 300 pounds. When Broxton was growing up in Waynesboro, Georgia, naturally he was a big fan of the Atlanta Braves. His family, well, they went to a lot of Braves games. Mom and Dad played softball. Now in the big leagues, battling the Braves. 2 and 2. Fastball, and that's whacked into the gap. Trying to cut it off. In fact, he can't, so Ethia plays it off the fence and holds McCann to a long single. But Brian was not about to gamble anyway, down by 4 in the 9th inning. So McCann goes 2 for 4. That means since Uggla's hit in the 4th inning, the Braves have had only 2 hits. A 2-out double by McLouth, and now this single opening up the 9th inning by McCann. Uggla hit into a force play, had a bad hop single off the glove of Aaron Miles, and popped up. Dan hitting 185. 4-0 Dodgers, 9th inning. Strike. Uggla against Broxton in the past, 0 for 3. After Uggla would come Freddie Freeman, the first baseman. Breaking ball, that's whacked into left field down the line. Sands over to cut it off. He's on the track as he does, and in the blink of an eye, the Braves have runners at second and third with nobody out on a single by McCann and a double by Uggla. So far, at least according to the speed gun, Broxton has not thrown a pitch 90 miles an hour. So Sands cuts it off at the wall. Second and third, nobody out. For the Braves, it's the first time they've had a runner at third base tonight. So here's Freddie Freeman. Walk, fly to left, fly to center. Good looking left-hand hitter with a home run and 4 RBIs, hitting .229. Ball one. Now that was 94. 1-0. Last year, left-handers hit .243 with no home runs against Broxton. Right-handers hit .292 and hit 4. Off the plate. So he's behind 2-0. Of course, remember, Broxton back in 2006 and 2007 set a Dodger record for consecutive appearances without allowing a home run. 94. Two and 0. Mattingly certainly watching him very carefully. McCann at third, Ugla at second. Nobody out, 9th inning. 4-0 Dodgers. Off the plate. 3-0 to Freeman. That was 95. So he's throwing hard now, but he can't get a strike. And waiting, Alex Gonzalez, who is 1 for 2 against him in the past. 3-0 to Freeman. And a strike. So now John is throwing in the 90s. 94, 95, back to 94. Behind in the count, 3-1. At third, McCann. At second, Ugla. And a shot foul down the line. Freeman turned on a 94 fastball. 3-2 the count to the kid from Orange. His dad is a partner in an accounting firm in Villa Park. So I'm sure Fred would be here watching his boy. 3-2. Fouled away again. Freeman facing Broxton, 9th inning, 4-0 Dodgers. Broxton has now made 13 pitches. He's given up a single and a double, and he's gone all the way with Freddie Freeman. Three and two with first base open. Fouled away. And that was 96. So if he was having trouble loosening up when he came in, he's loose now. This is a 7-pitch at bat. And ground ball to short. That gets a run in. Uribe makes the play. It's 4-1 in favor of the Dodgers. One out. Ugla is now at third. So Freeman picks up a run batted in as he picks up McCann. Now Alex Gonzalez tries to get Ugla home. Gonzalez struck out, walked, and popped up to third. 1-4-2 in the past against Broxton. Fouled at the plate. So Alex Gonzalez, the veteran shortstop, trying to keep the game alive for Atlanta. He is certainly a veteran. Came up to the big leagues in 1998. Marlins, Red Sox, Reds, Blue Jays, and Braves. 0-1. Hit foul out of play down the line. Alex Gonzalez, 34 years old. He talks about when he was a youngster, he would endlessly throw a baseball at a concrete wall that separated his parents' home from a neighbor. By the time he was age 17, he was taking chunks out of the concrete. Got a great arm. 0-2 to Alex from Venezuela. Hanging up there. In the inning, McCann singled to right center. Ugla doubled down the left field line. Freeman grounded out, scoring McCann. Ugla taking third. And Broxton throwing strikes. 0-2 to Gonzalez. Just did get a piece of that thing. It looked like it was almost in the dirt from up here. It was also 89 miles an hour. Broxton fastball, a great slider. One of the things that has occurred, and we're really getting foul ball conscious after the Tim Lincecum game. Here's the strike two pitch. Got it. We were just pointing out the fact before that pitch. Broxton had 9 foul balls. There were no swings and misses. This is the first swing and a miss, and it's Gonzalez. So with 2 out, Nate McLeod coming up. Big John picks up a strikeout. 8 Braves have gone down. McLeod, and you have to give him credit. Remember, Hudson threw behind Jerry Sands. Lilly threw behind McLeod, who hung in and then doubled to right. Nate hitting .218. Ball 1. On deck, Eric Hinsky. McLeod should be 2 for 3, except for James Loney's presence at first base. And he's done it again, whacks it into right field. So that cashes in Ugla, and going into second base easily is Nate McLeod. If James Loney had not made a leaping catch of a line drive by McLeod in the 4th inning, this game would at least be tied. So Nate with 2 doubles, and now Eric Hinsky will be coming up. So 4-2 in favor of the Dodgers, and Rick Honeycutt wants to go out and talk to Broxton. Hinsky coming up was the American League Rookie of the Year way back in 2002. He grew up in Menasha, Wisconsin, but he lives over in Scottsdale. He went to the University of Arkansas. And you know what's interesting about Hinsky? Eric and Don Baylor are the only 2 major leaguers in history who played in 3 straight World Series, each time with a different club. for Eric in 07 with the Red Sox, a winner. In 08 with Tampa Bay, a loser. And 09 with the Yankees, a winner. Baylor in 86 with the Red Sox, a loser. Twins in 87, a winner. A's in 88, a loser. So here's Hinske. Broxton is laboring. He's made 23 pitches. Blake Hawksworth, who had stopped warming up to give the role of closer to Broxton, is now up again. And here's Hinske hitting just 200 with a runner at second, and it's 4-2 Dodgers. Oh and 1. Hinske, a big guy. He's 6'2", checks in about 235. Originally signed by the Cubs out of Arkansas U. 0-1. And a high strike, 0-2. Freddie Gonzalez went to the bench. He had Conrad bat in the 7th, and he struck out. Now he has Hinske up there, 0-2, and this crowd on its feet. And got him. So it was a struggle, but Broxton sees his way through it. He gives up 2 runs, 3 hits, 2 doubles and a single. Big night for Jerry Sands as he was welcomed to the club. Broxton made 25 pitches to put the lid on this. 4 runs, 10 hits for the Dodgers. 2 runs, 7 hits for Atlanta. Sands will get the headlines, but remember that leaping catch by James Loney in the 4th inning with 2 on and 2 out. If that goes down the line, it's a totally different ball game. Tomorrow night, it'll be Brandon Beachy and Hiroki Kuroda. Stay tuned for Dodgers Live. That'll be coming up next with, among others, Jerry Sands. Good night, everybody.